this stage with me, Issa Rae.
Shout out to my mom and my brother and my niece. My cousin Gladys. I see my family came. I told my family not to come. They don't listen. Came from a family that, you know, raised us to be proud of who we are and where we come from, and you know that it is the shortest month of the year, but we'll take what we can get, and I think it's just such a prideful month. It's so fun to be able to just celebrate ourselves, which we do all year long. You know, we don't just stop in February. We don't start in February. But it very much feels like a month of celebration and remembering and honoring one another.
Do you feel that we're finally getting to a place where people find it easier to find out about their history?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a lot of resources available to be able to find out about your history. I feel like now there's a lot of pride associated with, you know, knowing about your culture, knowing about where you come from, and being public about that, not being afraid to speak out about that. You know, you don't have to, in whispers, like, black people are beautiful. Now people are, like, I see that shouted out everywhere, like, black girl magic! It feels like that's resurfacing, because, you know, obviously that was prominent in the, you know, 70s culture, and just the Black Power movement, and to see that happen, you know, again in a new way, and openly reflected in our films, in our TV shows, and our music is just so refreshing, and I'm so happy to be a part of this time, you know, because I think about growing up, I felt like I had a lot of that in the 90s, and then that disappeared for a while, just in, you know, being in high school and in college, and even then I wondered, like, what kids growing up, when I was in high school and college, had to as far as black images are concerned, and I just feel like now there's just so much available, and there's still not enough. We're just scratching the surface, but it just feels like so many other people, I see people getting inspired to create and to tell stories that aren't limited to one specific black experience, or aren't limited to a black American experience. Like, we're gonna see, you know, Afro-Caribbean stories, LGBT stories, you know, the continental stories. You know, we're just gonna see so many more stories about black people, about the diaspora just displayed everywhere, and that's what really excites me.
I'm rooting for everybody black. When you saw the response from that, how did that make you feel to know that so many people resonate with that one phrase? I'm literally rooting for everybody black.
That was kind of incredible. I didn't want to go to the Emmys. I didn't want to go, and I was obviously supporting everybody, like the peers there, but I love watching it on TV. And so just being on the red carpet, being asked questions, I was just like, I'm just gonna answer honestly, and I know that people share this sentiment, and I feel like it's been said out loud before, but it just was nothing to say. It's true, I wasn't gonna lie. And the backlash is what caught me off guard, where I was just like, I got off social media for a while, because I was like, white people don't know what racism is. They really don't know the definition of it. Because I've never been called racist so many times, and that's not a racist statement. If someone had said, I'm rooting for all the Latino people, if someone had said, I'm rooting for all the women, if someone had said, I'm rooting for all the gays, I'd be like, yeah, do you? Yes. So if you have a problem with that statement, it's literally your problem.
Those projects and what we're kind of going to get with that. I know one of them is Him and Her, which I can't wait for. And you have one that's literally based off Windsor Hills.
Yes, so yeah, Him or Her is written by Trayvon Free. It's his story about his experiences as a bisexual black man. I'm telling a story about, I'm co-writing a story about Windsor Hills called, why am I drawing a blank? It's too much stuff. It's called Sweet Life after Frank Ocean. And it's just about, black teens living in Windsor Hills and going to high school. I'm doing a terrible job describing it. And then the third project is a 90s family drama written and created by Angela Flournoy, who wrote The Turner House, an incredible book. And that is essentially like a Black Wonder Years in a way, but it's really, really stellar. I can't wait for people to see that. And then working on several other television shows and movies, just developing behind the scenes.
I love that.
The ultimate goal, I guess. I mean, I knew that I wanted to be in television and film. I knew I wanted to write, I wanted to direct and produce. And I did, I tried to break it in film. I tried to break into film initially, just with a writing partner in college. And, we took time off of school to try to sell this script. And we're just told that it didn't have an audience or that, it needed to be multicultural, which was code for like, put in some white characters and then, then it'll sell, then you'll have a shot. And so that really was discouraging. And by the time I came back, I was entering these contests and obviously trying to find a job after college because, I still have parents and they were like, we didn't send you to this school to not get a job. And so the pressure of that, I knew I wanted to graduate on time, so I took time off. So for me, whenever I take on a big load of work, I had to take 21 units my last quarter to graduate on time, and I was directing, a play, and that only fueled my need to procrastinate because I was like, oh, I got finals, I got to study, I got essays. What else can I do to avoid it? Let me make a web series, and that came. Like the first web series I ever did came about because I was in the bathroom trying to write this paper and was like, oh, let me get on Facebook, and it would be so cool to do a show on Facebook, like a soap opera of what it's like to be black at Stanford, like a mockumentary. And so I got the friends that I was directing in the play to be in this series, and I was like, I know their veins, so they're gonna spread the word about it on Facebook, and maybe it'll spread, and it did. We put the first episode out, and people from different schools were reaching out, like, this is my college experience too. And so for me, I was like, oh, maybe this is the best. Like, I'm not entering contests. I'm not asking anybody to give me a chance to make this. I'm not getting told, no, this doesn't have an audience, or make it multicultural. Like, people are just watching it and enjoying it, and that's so cool, so maybe there's something here. But I still approached my first 2 web series as, like, let me make this so that people will see it, and maybe it'll go on television, and then maybe I can sell it to television. And I was still met with the same response of just like, well, you still need an audience, and we're not sure that it'll sell. And I was like, but people are literally watching it, and these feel like, they're there, and it feels like the first 2 felt kind of commercial to me. So by the time I created Awkward Black Girl, I was like, I'm not even gonna try to take this to television, because if they're not gonna take this college show, they're not gonna take these 3 funny guys. I know they're not going to mess with something called Awkward Black Girl. And of course, that's the one that,
Do you feel like with your shows that it's difficult to tackle the serious stuff and the funny stuff? Because one minute you're talking about infidelity, the next minute, like, I don't think I can say the rap one here, but like, you go from one extreme to the next. Like, how do you balance that so well?
I think that's what life is. You are going from one extreme to the next, and I think that's also kind of what being black is. It's just like constantly balancing the tragedy with the comedy, or finding the comedy in tragedy. And I love that about us, and I love that about just what it is that we go through. And that's something that we try to maintain throughout the show. Just like, even in these moments of racism or these microaggressions that these characters experience, like in life, you don't get the moment to be like, dang, something racist just happened to me. Let me just take a whole day to sit and reflect and pray for consequences. And the violins are playing, life stops. Nothing stops when stuff happens. Like, it's really just about how you move after that. And that's what I love to be able to do in Insecure. We don't focus on, the racism of those moments. We acknowledge it, but it's just like, what does that moment cause you to do later? How does that impact your life moving forward? So just tapping into real life experience.
Who are your dream collaborators?
Dream collaborators right now, are Ava DuVernay and I said Donald Glover. I've always loved Donald Glover for a long time. He's been a huge inspiration just in my life and in terms of pursuing what it is that I'm pursuing. Like, he started off online, making internet videos, which a lot of people don't know, and that definitely was like, for me, like, oh, if he could do it, I could do it.
How has this whole Time's Up and Me Too movement affected what you're working on in your project?
It just feels feels like it's in, like women's voices just feel so powerful right now in a way that I haven't felt that it's felt before, and it just feels like we're, especially in the writers' room, we're so much more bold in the stories that we decide to tell, the things that we decide to say, and unapologetic. And it's kind of forced us to examine our own lives and take a look at how we've been affected just by sexual harassment, by pay disparity, like all these different things that affect women that we've kind of grown accustomed to, and to figure out the best way to expose it and to change it. So in that way, it just feels like we're so much more aware than we were maybe a couple of years ago or even last year, in a very, very powerful way. Lazy, or I feel like, frustrated. I think about that drive, like how I had to wake up, and I wake up way earlier now, but I had to wake up at 8 a.m. and I would hit that alarm clock and be like, I gotta drive to work, this job that I hate, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing or that I want to do. And then how that changed and how blessed I feel to wake up at 5 now and just be like, the day is starting, let's go. So yes, I don't take any of that for granted, and I feel like anybody can do it.
Well, for my friends who are here, I'm getting a little emotional just because this does feel like a moment for me, and I'm so grateful that you agreed to do this. And Drexel, wherever you are, I'm grateful for the opportunity that you gave me to do this. I guarantee you, just inspired so many people in this room with what you're doing, with your outfit, with the hair, just being you. Issa, I think that you challenge all of us to go forth and not only be authentically ourselves, but for every single black person in this room, be authentically black. Whatever that means to you. Because there is no one way of being black, and I think that you have displayed that so well, so just bravo to you for doing that for us. And I wish you nothing but the best, because this is only the beginning for you. And just thank you so much for this.
Thank you.